Alright, welcome from that short break. So the first question says in base 10, 101,101 base 2 equals dash. So we are going to convert this number to base 10. So it is very simple. Remember that in number base, that one of the conversion, we have three type of conversion. Conversion from base 10 to non-base 10, conversion from non-base 10 to base 10, and conversion from non-base 10 to another non-base 10. So of course you can see clearly that this question is conversion from a non-base 10 to base 10. So what are the steps you will take in converting a non-base 10 to base 10? It's very simple. The number given to you in that non-base 10 must be written out spaciously. So we have 101,101 base 2. Okay, so we have to convert it to base 10. Now the first step you take is to write the number out spaciously. The second step is for you to number each of the digits backward in the backward direction, starting from 0. Alright, so your number must start from 0. So if you go 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, now that is step 2. Now step 3 is that you pick each of the digits in the non-base 10 and multiply it by the base, and the base will be raised to the power assigned to each of the digits. So now let's go. If I have 1 times 2, this is the first one, raised to the power of what? 5, plus 0 times 2 raised to the power of 4, plus 1 times 2 raised to the power of what? 3, plus 1 times 2 raised to the power of 2, plus 0 times 2 raised to the power of 1, plus, let's bring it down here, plus 1 times 2 raised to the power of what? 0. So we are done with that. Now the next thing is that we will try to convert this index notation to a number in the number form of writing number. So 2 raised to the power 5 means multiply 2 5 times, right? So 2 times 2 times 4, 4 times 2 8, 8 times 2 16, 16 times 2 32. So we have plus 0 times 2 raised to the power 4 is what? 16, plus 1 times 2 raised to the power 3 is what? 8, plus 1 times 2 raised to the power 2 is 4, plus 0 times 2 raised to the power 1 is 2, plus 1 times 2 raised to the power 0, and remember anything raised to the power of 0 is what? 1. So if you continue, 1 times 32 give us 32, plus 0 times 16 give us 0, plus 1 times 8 give us 8, 1 times 4 give us 4, 0 times 2 give us 0, 1 times 1 give us 1. So if we continue now, 32 plus 0 is 32, 32 plus 8 40, 40 plus 4 44, 44 plus 1 45. So it therefore means that 101,101 base 2 is equals to 45 base 10. So that is how you solve the first question. Alright, now let's look at how to handle the second question. The second question says write the decimal number 39 to base 2. Of course you can see now this question is for us to convert a base 10 to a non-base 10. Now if you are converting a non-base 10, if you are converting a base 10 to a non-base 10, it is very simple. It's just for you to apply the idea of division in solving such a problem. Now we are having 39 in base 10, converting to base 2. It's very simple. Now draw a 2-column table, write 39, that is the base in the decimal number, that is the number in base 10 should be written in the other side, while the base you are converting to, in this case you are converting to base 2, will be written in this side. Now we will use the base, the 2, which is the base we are converting to divide the number given to us here, 39. Now 2 going to 39, that will give us 19 remainder 1. 19 remainder 1. Remember 2 times 8 is 2 times 9 is 18. Rather 8 times 1, 2 times 1 is 2, plus that one 3, that is equal to 38 remainder 1, right? Now 2 going to 19, 2 going to 19 is 9 remainder 1. Remember that 2 times 9 is 18, right? Now 2 going to 8 is 4 remainder 1. Remember that 2 times 4 is 8 remainder 1, right? Now 2 going to 4, is 2 remainder 0. Remember that 2 times 2 is 4. Now 2 going to 1 is 1 remainder 0, isn't it? Now 2 going to 1, is it possible for you to pick 2 items in the 1? No. So it therefore means it cannot, right? Anytime you have cannot, write down 0 and the number here should be brought down to this side. Now when you are done and you have gotten 0 in this place, it means that you are done with your division. Now the next step you take is to draw an arrow pointing upward. Now what is the importance of this arrow? It's trying to tell you that you are going to pick the remainder from the down upward. So what is the first digit remainder downward? It is 1, right? Therefore we are going to say 39 base 10 is equal to 100,111 base 2. So this is the equivalent value of 39 base 10 to base 2, 100,111 base 2. That is how to solve questions that involve converting a base 10 to a non-base 10. So that's it. Now let's move on to question 3 and see how we can handle such a question. Alright guys, so anytime you see a question that is containing a letter, now when you see a question in number base containing a letter, just know that that question is leading you to an equation. Now how do you solve a problem like that? No need for you to worry, just sit down, dress your chair forward. I'll teach you how to handle such a problem. Alright, anytime you see a problem in number basis containing a letter, there's no need for you to be worried. Just know what you do for me. Just relax, sit down, carry your writing material and dress your chair closer to me. I'll show you one secret. Now what is the secret? Anytime you are faced with problem in number base containing a letter, you can only resolve it by trying to convert those number to base 10. Now in trying to convert those number to base 10, you will find out that it will lead you toward an equation, either a linear equation, quadratic equation or simultaneous equation, depending on the cases. Alright, so and when you are converting it, if any number is already expressed in base 10, leave it in that form. But others that are not in base 10, that others that are they are not base 10, you should want to be converted toward base 10. So if you look at this third question, we have 1011 base 2 plus x base 7 equals to 25 base 10. If you look at this one is a non-base 10, meaning it must be converted to base 10. Now if you look at this one is a non-base 10, meaning it must be converted to base 10, and this one is in base 10, meaning nothing will be done to it, right? Good. So if you understand that now, let's move on. We are having 1011 base 2 plus x base 7 equals to what? 25 base 10. So let's convert this to base 10. We have, remember 0, 1, 2, 3, right? We have 1 times 2 raised to power 3 plus 0 times 2 raised to power 2 plus 1 times 2 raised to power 1 plus 1 times 2 raised to power 0. So we are done with this. Now let's come to this one. Plus x times 7 raised to power of what? 0. So remember this is only one digit to have 0, right? Equals to what? 25 base 10. It's already in base 10, so no need to convert. Now let's go. 1 times 2 raised to power 3 is what? 8. Plus 0 times what? 4. Plus 1 times what? 2. Plus 1 times what? 1. Plus what? X times what? 1 equals to what? 25. We can for now forget about the base 10, alright? So 1 times 8 is what? Is 8. Plus 0 times 4 is what? 0. Plus 1 times 2 is what? 2. Plus 1 times 1 is 1. Plus x times 1 is x equals to what? 25. Okay, can we continue now? Now let's move on. 8 plus 0. 8 plus 0 is 8. Plus 2 is 10. Plus 1 is 11, right? So 11 plus s will give us 11 plus s equals to what? 25. So from here, linear equation, remember, I believe you can solve a problem like this, right, by making s subject of the formula. So making s subject of the formula, will have s is equals to 25 minus what? 11. So s is equal to 25 minus 11 will give us, the value of s is what? 14. That is the answer. It is as simple as that. Okay, so that is that with the third question. Now let's go, that is that with the third question. Now let's go to the fourth question in these examples. Okay, this is the fourth example. The fourth example say if 125s is equal to 20 base 10, they say find s. Remember what I told you in the third example, that anytime you have a letter, whether as a base or as a digit, what you do is that try convert them all numbers give it to you to base 10. So in doing that, it will lead you to what? Equations, whether a linear equation, quadratic equation or cubic equation. So now in this case now, we are having the letter as base, as the base, right? So it must be converted to base 10. Why this one is already in base 10, so no conversion will be done to that, right? So now let's move on. We are going to be having, if you know about 0, 1, 2, we are going to be having 1 times x raised to the power of 2 plus 2 times x raised to the power of 1 plus 5 times x raised to the power of 0 equals to what? 20 base what? 10. So now let's go. X squared is equal to what? S squared. Nothing can be done to it. So plus 2 times s raised to the power is what? 2 times what? X plus 5 times s raised to the power 0 is what? 5 times what? Times 1. Remember that anything raised to the power of 0 is 1. So equals to what? 20 base 10. Okay, now let's move on. 1 times this will give us what? S squared, plus 2 times s will give us what? 2s, plus 5 times 1 will give us what? Will give us 5, equals to 20. We can ignore the base 10 for now. Alright, of course you know that in number base, if the base of a number is not written, you should know that it is what? The base of that number is in base 10. So if we ignore this base 10 or by not writing it here, of course you should know that 20 is in what? Base 10. So now let's continue. If you look at this thing very carefully, you agree with me that this thing is taking us to what? Quadratic equation. So remember how to solve quadratic equation, right? So what we are going to do now is to take this thing 20 to this other side. So we are going to have s squared plus what? 2s plus 5 minus what? 20 equals to 0. So this gives us s squared plus 2s minus 15 equals to 0. So remember that how can we, okay, so how can we solve a problem like this? Now remember that the quadratic equation has a general format. We have as squared plus bs plus c equals to 0. Where a is the coefficient of the squared item, b is the coefficient of x, and c is the constant. Now remember I told you that in one of our previous video that there are 4 ways of resolving a quadratic equation. We have the factorization method, we have the formula method, completing square method, and the graphical method. Now in the factorization method, where a is not equal to 0, remember that case, right? Of course you remember I told you that for you to factorize, you must look for your AC, and then look for a number, for 2 sets of number whose product will give us AC and whose sum will give us B. So in this case now, AC means you are going to use the coefficient of s squared to multiply this. What is the coefficient of s squared here? 1. So 1 times minus 15 will give us what? Minus what? 15. So we are having the coefficient of s here is what? Plus 2. So what are those two numbers whose sum will give us plus 2 and whose product will give us minus 15? Of course you know those two numbers. It is very simple. That number is, I think it will be minus 3 and plus 5. Now let's confirm that. Minus 3 times plus 5 will give us minus 15. Minus 3 plus 5 will give us plus 2. So now having gotten those two numbers whose sum is b and whose product is ac, we are going to use them to replace b. So we are going to have s squared plus minus 3x plus 5x minus 15 equals to 0. So of course you know what to do here. You put the first 2 items in bracket, leave a sign, put the last 2 bracket in this items in bracket. So what is common in these two? It is what? S. So half x minus what? 3. We close the bracket. Plus what is common here? It is 5. So half 5 equal x minus what? 3. Close the bracket equals to 0. Now let's move on. Remember that one of the key points for you to know that you are on the right track is that the values in this bracket must be exactly the same. So have s minus 3. So we are also having s minus 3 here, right? So it therefore means that we are right. So now let's move on by picking one of the bracket, x minus 3, and we form another bracket by the items outside each of the bracket, x plus what? 5. So half s plus what? 5 equals to 0. Now at this point, do you know what this thing is telling us? It telling us that the product of these two numbers is equals to 0. Now remember that for the product of two numbers to be equal to 0, it means that either one of them is 0 or both of them is 0. That is to say, what I mean is that if a times s is equal to 0, it either means that a is equal to 0 or s is equal to 0. Remember, okay, now 2 times 0 is equal to what? 0. 0 times 2 is equal to what? 0. So for the value of the product of two numbers to be 0, it means that either one of them is 0 or both of them is 0. So with that knowledge, we will therefore split this equation. By saying that x minus 3 is equal to 0, or bracket to put x plus 5 is equal to what? 0. So now let's continue by making s solve a formula in each of them. We'll have s is equals to 3 plus 3, or s is equal to what? Minus 5. S equals to plus 3, or s is equals to what? Minus 5. Now at this point we have gotten our answer, and as you can observe, we are having two answers here, isn't it? Now does it mean that the value of the base here will be 3 or minus 5? The answer is completely no. Now a base, what you need to know that a base of a number cannot be negative in value. So for that reason, the final answer of s in this question will be s equals to 3. So it therefore means that 125 base 3 is equal to 20 base 10. So that is how to resolve problem that look like question number 4. Now let's go to question number 5 and see how to resolve problem of that nature. Alright guys, now let's continue with in this video with the fifth question. So the fifth question says we should add 1101 base 2, 1011 base 2 and 111 base 2. So if you arrange it, this is what we are going to get. So now let's carry out the addition process. 1 plus 1 2 plus 1 3. Now one thing you need to know is that whenever you are doing your addition in number base, now no digit must be equal to, let alone being greater than the base. Now you observe that 1 plus 1 plus 1 gave us 3. Now 3 is greater than the base. What do we do there? Anytime a number when during your addition process is equals to or greater than the base, always divide that number by the base and write the remainder. I believe you get that point. I come again. Anytime you are doing addition, carrying out an addition process in number base and the result of that addition is greater than the base or equals to the base, what you will do is that you divide that number by the base. So here now we have 1 plus 1 plus 1 giving us 3. So 3 is greater than the base. What are we going to do? We'll divide 3 by 2, which is the base. So 3 divided by 2 will give us 1, remainder 1. So the remainder is what we'll put down here. That one, that the number of times it goes, we'll bring it up here to have 1 plus 1 2, 2 plus 0 2, 2 plus 1 3. So once again I can see that the result of the addition is greater than the base 2. So 3 divided by 2 is 1, remainder 1. So the remainder, of course, you know, is what we'll put down here 1. Then we'll carry the number of times it went. So we are going to bring it here 1 plus 1 2 plus 1 3 4. So once again you can see that the result of the addition is greater than the base 2, right? So 4 divided by 2, 4 divided by 2 is what? 4 divided by 2 will give us 2 remainder 0. 2 remainder 0. So the remainder is what we are going to bring down here to have 0. Now the 2 will take it over to this place. So 2 plus 0 will give us 2 plus 1 will give us 3. Once again you can see that the addition process, the result of the addition process is greater than the base 2. So 3 divided by 2, the base, will give us 1 remainder 1. So write the remainder here 1. Carry the number of times it went over to this place. 1 plus 1 give us 2. Now once again you can see that the base is equal to the result of the addition process 2. So 2 divided by 2 will give us 1 remainder 0. Write the remainder as 0. Carry 1 over. Since there's nothing here, we'll bring out the 1 here. So this is the answer for the addition process of number 5, which says we should add this. So that is that. Now let's clean the board and see how to solve the 6th question. Alright guys, now once again you can see that we are having a problem in number base that contain an unknown, that is a letter. Alright, remember what I told you? I told you that whenever you have a letter as either as one of the digits or the base of the number, what you do is that try to convert the non-base 10 to base 10, and in that process you will find out that it will lead you to in any of the equation, whether linear, quadratic or cubic equation. So now let's do that in this place. We have 2q3 base 5 equal to 7 base 8. So it is obvious now in this equation that none of this is in base 10, meaning that all of them are to be converted to base 10. True or false? True. So now let's go. We have, this number is 0 1 2 0 1, right? Now 2 times 5 raised to the power of 2 plus q times 5 raised to the power of 1 times plus 3 times 5 raised to the power of what? 0 equals to 7 times 8 raised to the power of 1 times 7 times 8 raised to the power of what? 0. So now let's go. 2 times 5 squared is what? 25 plus q times what? 5 plus 3 times 1 equal to 7 times 8 times 7 times 1 plus 7 times 1. Okay, so now let's continue. 2 times 5 will give us what? 50 plus 5 times q will give us what? 5q plus 3 times 1 will give us what? 3 equal to 7 times 8 will give us 56 plus 7 times 1 will give us what? 7. Now let's go. 50 plus 5q, of course you know it's not possible because they are unlike terms. So 50 plus 3 will give us what? 53 plus 5q equals to 56 plus 7 will give us 56 plus 7 will give us what? 63. Okay, will give us 63. So from this place, what we are going to do is simple, is to collect what? Like terms. So half, of course, this thing already is a linear equation, so we can simplify further by making q solve your formula. So half 5q is equals to 63 minus 50 what 3, that gives us 5q is equals to what 10. What I'm going to do here is to divide both sides by 5. Dividing both sides by 5, we will have q is equals to what 2. So with this we have come to an end of this lesson. At this point, I believe we have come to an end of this video and you also enjoyed. Please, if you enjoyed this video, do not forget to like, share and follow us on this platform, because that is the greatest support you can give to us. Bye till we meet in our next video.